Good morning. Good afternoon. Hey, I'm doing well. Just finished my morning workout, having my coffee now. Kind of a slow day, kind of under the weather a little bit. Not too much, but just a little dead today. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Howdy, howdy. Hey, good, good. Hello. Slept pretty well. Um, had some wild dreams, but I slept pretty good. Slept pretty good. But I woke up kind of stuffy. A little stuffy today. Happy Tuesday. Reach me, baby. Denise, what the hell? Yeah. Is it raining? No. I just ordered a sausage McMuffin. Mary with the 500 too, so I'm excited to mock that from Country Style, the one I had yesterday. Does Luna come cuddle with you? She actually cuddles outside, like in the what's it called, where there's the door. It's like basically outside, but inside as well, like in between the doors. She has like a little bed there, so she's just been chilling there, soaking up the sun. Stephanie with the 5 gifted, thank you. Annie, thank you. Irene, thank you. Time to get out of salad for lunch. Let's go. What up? What up? What up? I had a biscuit with gravy. Oof, that sounds good. On my lunch break. Let's go. Yeah, happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Um, what is it, the 7th today? Damn, time's ticking. Before you know it, I'll be in Greece on the 3rd. So that's, what is that? 5 days. So it's already almost been a week. So it's soon to be like 3 weeks I leave. That's gonna come quick. But yeah, I did punch the bag this morning, 20-minute stair climber or elliptical, and did some sit-ups. So that's my morning workout. Probably do some maybe around 3 o'clock, do some more something, and then wait for Bill to get home to work out with him tonight. The flight, I think it's 6.5 hours. I think it's 6.5 hours. Are you excited? I'm excited. Yeah. But I still have to get in shape. Still not, my body's still not where I want it to be yet. So I'm kind of just like getting ready to, that's my number one priority is getting my body in shape for Greece. So I have a lot of time though. I still got over 3 weeks. So every day of working out twice a day, I should be feeling tip top. But I hope I get exactly where I want. So we'll see. We'll see. Amy, thank you. Teachers, thank you. Yeah, steady progress and then just staying on that path. Like everything I do. equating it to how my body's feeling. You know, even just being on your phone, not forgetting your goals and moving in that direction. So everything's gotta equate to that, which is everybody should be doing that. So it's good to fly and go to Puerto Rico. I know I get afraid sometimes, but then honestly, I go in the airport and then you deal with like, just like customs and like everybody and whatever. And then you're like, honestly, who cares? It's just a plane ride. Like, frick. It is what it is. You can't not ride a plane just because you're scared type shit. You gotta live your life. And it's like, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, do it scared. If it's your time, it's your time, right? Like, you can't really control everything like that. Yeah, yeah, planes are badass when you really think about it. You just see like this massive thing that's like weighs like a lot and is just flying in the air, like weighs way more than a car and it's just gliding and flying in the air. Like it's kind of mind blowing, Like I feel like whoever like they definitely were like there's no way that could actually be a thing. And then now it's just such a normal thing. We just fly across the world. Pretty crazy. Tammy, thank you. Yeah, it amazes me too, honestly. So like shout out to pilots, like pilots and stuff, like it's pretty cool. Flight to Greece is like 6.5 hours, if I think I'm right about that. Teach me, baby. 9 hours? Okay, yeah, maybe it's 8.5 hours. Oh yeah, shit. It's way longer. It's like 9.5 hours. Damn. I thought it was shorter than that. That's a long flight. Imagine being 9.5 hours in the air. Damn. Toronto to Australia is 22 hours. That's a whole day in the sky. How the heck does a plane stay in the air that long? Full on with the 25 gifted. Thank you so much, Vaughn. Yeah, my flight that I'm taking in 2 weeks is about 13 to 16 hours. Damn. I just don't get how a plane is in the air for 12 hours, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just like shouldn't be allowed. Damn. Yeah, that's a lot of fuel, dude. I don't know if it's direct flight. I don't know. The thing that's nice about those plane rides though is when you land, it's like you're so grateful. Like I'm gonna be hopping off a 9.5 hour flight and all I see is Greece, nice water, nice vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like worth it, you know? Yeah. It makes it worth it. Will you try to sleep on the plane? Um, I'll probably sleep on the plane naturally since it's a 9 hour flight. Probably after the first like 3, 4 hours, I'll probably start falling asleep. Cal, thank you for the 500. Did you sleep in LA? I'm trying to remember. I don't think I did sleep in LA though when I went to LA. I think I like dozed off a little bit though. I always doze off and then I like twitch and then I doze off and then I like twitch and then I doze off and then I like twitch and then I doze off and then I twitch and then I look behind me and there's just like a guy looking at me like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is normal." But I always do that, man. Do you get up and walk in the aisles? Um, Not really. Like unless I have to go to the washroom, right? But like other than that, I stay seated. I watch two documentaries. Yeah, that's a vibe, you know, throwing a you can really pass time when you watch documentary. But sometimes when I'm watching something, I get super frustrated. Like sometimes I would rather just like chill and just enjoy the flight than watch something. Because sometimes when I watch something, I'm like, ah, I want to get off this plane, you know? I don't know why I'm like that though. I just put a sleeping mask because whenever I'm watching something, I want to chill. That's why. So like when I want to chill, I don't like chilling with people around me. I like chilling in my bed, freaking balls out, fucking arms across my bed, picking my nose, picking my arse, fucking stretching, kicking the wall for no reason, pulling my hair out of my head. Like I'm just like fucked like that, you know? So like when I'm around people, I gotta stay like locked in, you know? Yeah, dude. Literally though. 4 minutes, my food will be here. I feel claustrophobic in the middle seat. Yeah, me too. The only time I go in the middle seat if there's like a smoke show beside me. Like I'll be sitting there and Bill's like, "You want window, right?" And then there's this like MILF, like the other fucking side. I'm like, "Actually, I'll take middle." And then I'm just chilling there like, "What up, girl?" Dude, I remember that too. I was like, "Yeah, dude, you have to, bro. You never know what can happen. Quick little handy on the plane. You just never know." Pauline, thank you. Right? So you don't wanna give Bill that fucking you don't want to give Bill that opportunity. Has that happened? Because he's married, right? Has that happened? No, fuck no. No handies on the plane. That I can tell y'all on, right? We're on social media here. Jeez. Well, you in the middle one with the pics. What happens in the sky stays in the sky, right? On my last flight back from New York, I had a guy from Scotland in a slit sit next to me. Oh no. He's like, "What's up, mate? Would you consider upgrading first class?" The first class, especially to Greece, is expensive, expensive. Like if I was going to LA, it's different, but if you go to Greece, like man, you're probably paying like 6 to 10K, you know? And that's just too expensive. Yeah, yeah. Would you kick Bill out of his seat if two smoke shows want to sit beside you? Two smoke shows want to sit beside me, I'd pay Bill to sit in the washroom. 100%. If two smoke shows, like two friends were like, hey, like, can we sit next to you? We wanna, the whole flight, I'd be like, Bill, I'll pay you 6 to 10 grand to sit in the washroom for the fucking 9 hours. Cause I ain't missing this opportunity. Unless I have a girlfriend, of course. That's a different story. When I'm locked up, I'm super loyal. When I'm not locked up, free game. Free game, bro. Fuck. What am I gonna do? Sit there, you know? Gotta have fun. Fuck, yeah. Yeah. No, but if you have two smoke shows sitting beside you, dude, I don't know any guy in the world that would say no to that. Like, if there's a guy in the world that would say no to that, unless he's married, of course. But if there's a single guy in this world that says no to two smoke shows beside him, he has an actual problem that he needs to fix today. And that's just real. Like, fuck. I let my husband have that one. Dude, that's funny. That's funny. See, I don't know if that's a problem or if that's a beauty right there. That's what I can't tell. You know? What if they talk to each other the entire time? That makes it even better. Because all you do when girls talk to each other, you imitate them without talking. And then they get really pissed, and then they want to fuck you, and they don't know why they want to fuck you. So you just sit there, and if they're chatting, you're just like in your head, you're just like basically like saying like shut up, and then they're like feeling that energy, and they're like, why the fuck is this guy so annoying? And you're just like, fuck you, bitch, right? Just in your head though. And then she's like, oh, I just want to fuck him. That's just how it happens. Dude, I swear, bro. You guys think I'm lying? It always works. Bro, girls don't like you when you're nice. Well, they do like you when you speak nice, but not when you're like inside being like, you need to be like, they like to be, women like to be put in their place. Not in a bad way. but women like to be like they like a man, but are respectful, obviously. But they just do, bro. They just do, bro. They just do. It's true, bro. Fuck. Why do you what you guys are saying depends and stuff while you're watching me for 5 years. You're like, nope, not me. Well, you've been watching me for 5 years, basically freaking obsessed. Like, fuck. Anyway, I gotta get my sandwich. Yeah, I do have a point. Yeah, because I'm kind of a dick, right? I'm right, bro. That's the thing, though. That's just the thing, bro. That's what you guys are gonna learn soon, sooner or later. Will is always right. That's that's what you guys are gonna find out very soon. Always. When I'm not right, you guys go to Gavin Class. So like when I'm a dick and I'm like a dick and I'm confident I'm being me, you guys are obsessed with me. You guys are like, oh my God, he's so fucking hot. What is it? When I start to wonder and do shit, you guys start to push away. When you start to be vulnerable, people push away. When you are mysterious and you do you, girls love you. 100%. Even if you stay, even unconsciously, you start to push away without noticing it. Hmm. You're not wrong. I'm not talking about being mean though. Mean's different. Mean means you're pushing away. Mean means you don't care. There's a difference between being mean and being a dick. Being a dick, sometimes you gotta be a dick. That's just being straightforward. Girls call it being a dick, but it's actually just being straightforward. But they love dick. So it just is what it is. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Bro, JJ will bother me until I put her in her place, and then she goes, true. JJ will pick on me for an hour until I start freaking out, and then she'll just be like, true. But when I'm being nice, pisses people off. No, not now we know it's all part of the plan. Now I know it's all part of the plan. You guys always knew the plan. You guys always fuck around. Me? I'm just figuring it out. I didn't know. Not me. Uh-uh. This guy? Innocent. Clean slate. Just figuring it out. It's true. I didn't figure it out totally wrong. How did I figure out totally wrong? Okay. It depends what we're talking about. But there's right and wrong between both. Jojo, you're far from innocent. I am so innocent. You know what's innocent? Being honest, straightforward. You know what's not innocent? Lying, hiding. Two different types of people. Honest, straightforward, pay the price. This is the other person. Throws people under the bus, lies, and hides. Two types of people. Sharon, thank you for the 10,000. Thank you. I don't think that women like when men are jerks. This is the problem. This is what you guys. Okay, but you guys say not my definition of innocent. Everyone loves sex, guys. Pull your head out of your ass. Like, we're not just figuring out this. Everyone likes sex. Even the fucking girl that says she doesn't, or the guy that says he doesn't, they do. We're human beings. So it's not being innocent. Because you like that needs to get thrown out the window. Like you guys are just like playing a story to throw people in front of the fucking train, but behind closed doors, you fucking love it. So cut the bullshit. Secondly, I'm not saying that girls like jerks, but you are talking about sex. What are you talking about then? Tell me what you're talking about. Because you might have some. That's what sex is. Or be straightforward. Tell me what you're talking about. Because you are. What else are you talking about? Because in every other area, I'm innocent. If you're like, there's no, what am I doing wrong? Let me know. Exactly. Anyway, with girls liking jerks, any hole's a goal. No, that's just creepy. I'm not saying they do like it. I mean, I'm not saying they do like jerks. But what they do like is someone that is straightforward. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, you can be straightforward respectfully, but when the man is straightforward, a girl doesn't like that a lot of the time, but she loves it. That's the difference. She doesn't like it all the time. Sometimes it pisses her off. Sometimes it's like, wow, that was a little too much, but she loves it. There's a difference, right? Perfect. I don't want to challenge. You said that you were figuring things out, and I disagree. That's why I said you're not innocent. You said that you were figuring things out. Well, you just gotta be specific, you know? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people play this weird narrative where they're like, oh, since he's straightforward and says that he has wants to have sex, he's this, he's that, he's that. But at the end of the day, everyone else is thinking the exact same shit. So it's like to even be like, oh, let's push that narrative is completely oblivious. And I'm only saying this so you guys know, right? Confidence is different than being a jerk. To a certain extent, I think being a jerk, your definition of being a jerk, can be different than my definition of being a jerk, right? we can have different definitions of being a jerk. I could say, damn, bro, and say a swear word or something, and you could be like, wow, what a jerk. I hated the way he said that because how it made me feel in that way. But that was just me being straightforward with my buddy. You know what I'm saying? So, to a certain extent, well, I would say the biggest being a jerk is someone that's, again, hiding, lying, stealing, hurting other people maliciously. I think that is being a jerk, right? Are you saying that you feel like girls like you better when you're being a little jerky? No, this is where you guys have it wrong because being jerky is such a, first of all, a weird word. Again, it's something that, like, being jerky, like, what are you talking about? We all jerk off as men, right? We're cocky. We all got a cock. So the words that you guys use, it's you got to be more real about it. You know, you got to be like, this guy is hurting me. No, nobody likes someone that's hurting somebody. No one likes someone that is stealing from somebody, right? So it's like your definition of being a jerk or being cocky is the same thing of us saying you're a biatch. Us guys say it all the time because we feel it, but it's the exact same thing. But you can't judge someone for being a biatch. You can't judge someone for being cocky. You can't, right? Because that's just them being themselves. But what I'm saying is you like women like a straightforward man like that. Men like a girl that gets her shit because she wants it. Do you like when girls are a little bitchy? Yeah, because it's not about being bitchy though, right? Like it's about like it's a love-hate relationship. So if a girl is being exactly herself, she's being, let's say in quotations, bitchy, right? For me, that makes me feel like annoyed, right? But it's actually better for me to be with somebody that's like that. I'm not saying all the time, but if a woman isn't being herself and isn't talking and is like closeting shit and is like when you are straightforward, she throws you under the bus because she's not experienced in any means. That's not someone that you want to be with because they're not real. So like as I get older, you realize you want real. You want someone that annoys you a bit. You want someone that pushes you to be the best because we're not all like we're different people. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm glad we got a clear understanding. No, if someone's being herself and she annoys you, it's not about being the right one. It's do you want to sleep with her because she's so annoying that she gets you bricked. Bottom line. That's straightforward, but it's true. Because you want someone that pushes you, that makes you wanna fuck. Bottom line. You don't want someone that doesn't talk, doesn't do shit, lies, cheats, all that bullshit. Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. That's something you want a relationship with. Relationships are tender, right? So when we talk about relationships, relationships are tender. Relationships come and go. Relationships, you stay as long as you want and then you move on. You know what I mean? Relationships also can be open, can be moved upon, can be taken, like relationships, they happen just because they happen, because you have a good time. It's not something that you're like, oh, this is the person I want to be with, and this is it. Everything's okay now. Fake marriage. Not something you care about. Comfort. That's the word. You don't want to be comfortable. Do you stay out of full honest right away? Do you start out full honest right away? You have to be full honest right away. If you're not full honest right away, all you're doing is wasting your time. That's all you're doing because you're 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 playing narratives. You're playing the who's gonna jump first game. You're scouting other options. All you're doing in that moment is just wasting time. And not just your time, other people's time. You have to be honest, bro. If you're not honest, when you're honest, you cut everything. It doesn't mean that life's not changing, but you still cut and you keep moving forward. You're more honest if now you're just talking like an idiot, Tiff. Are you more honest if she gets you bricked? Like, that's just stupid talk, childish talk. I agree. That is starting right away. And it's a great way to a real relationship. Yeah, well, it's like it's your relationship with yourself first. So, what's your relationship like with yourself first? Are you honest with yourself, right? That's the biggest part about it. Because if you're sitting there and you're living in delusion and you're not honest with yourself, how are you ever going to feel good about yourself? Or how are you ever going to feel like you can move forward? You're never going to. People should definitely be authentic from the start, nothing worse than getting into years. Yeah, years is an understatement, right? Like years, if you're not honest and you're with someone for years, that's a problem. Like that's a lot of time wasted, bro. Look, years, frick, bro. I can't even have a conversation for 2 minutes if the person's not honest anymore. Mm-mm. Is there some reason that we think, is there some reason you think we aren't honest in our relationship? Who's we? That's another problem, Tiffany. We're talking about getting bricked and all this bullshit. When I said it so clear and pushed it off, and you're still bringing it up, which is disrespectful. Now you're talking about your relationships. I don't know your fucking relationship. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know you as a person. I'm talking from my experience. So I don't fucking know, right? Is there a reason that I should think that you're not honest with your relationship? Because if there is, you should tell me. And we can talk about that. But I'm talking from my experience, what I see in general. And there you go. So no, there's nothing. I don't know who you are. I don't know. Fuck. I think the hardest thing works being with someone for several decades and changing and not happy with each other and too old to move on. Yeah, like it's that we have to be together just for benefits. And that is what most people do. They're with each other because they got a house or they got a paycheck or they're able to have somebody when their day's going shit that they can hang out with. But to really be living a life like that is just dishonest. You should be pushing yourself out. You should be actually moving forward. You should be actually doing something that is better for you. You should be finding new ways to find relationships. You should be having different things. Like you should be honest from the get-go because then you start to just be a child. And then you stay in this this life. But the thing is again, is society pushes that so hard. So it's like it's hard because everyone's trying to beat the government. Everyone's trying to get ahead of the game. I was married for 20 years and I was miserable. I'm so much happier being divorced. Wow, 20 years and miserable is crazy. Like I've never been with someone for 20 years. Obviously, I'm only 26, But that's pretty interesting that you were together with someone for 20 years. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I wonder, that's hard. That's really hard. Do you believe in staying together for the kids? I think like you have to take care of your kids, right? No matter what. But do you have to stay with your partner? No. Because then you're just like having an awkward vibe, and then your kid's gonna grow up and think that that is the right way to live. You should never do something for somebody else. You should do it for yourself first, so you're able to show your kid where you're going. You know, like your kid wants someone to chase, not someone to be hoarded on, not someone that they're just suffocating the kid and saying, do it my way, you're my safe place, etc. Now they're feeling bad to leave you because they don't know what the fuck to do. And they even feel bad to like they feel like they have to say they love you, and you're just drowning them in your own shit. And it's like they want someone that gets up in the morning, does their life, and they look up to. They want to be just like their dad, just like their mom. So if you're with somebody just because of the kids, then you're making the kid think that like that just that vibration is just low, you know? Like super low. Do you remember your parents splitting up? Yeah, my parents split up when I was like I think 12, but they were on and off since I was a baby. I lived with my mom at the beginning of my life. And then my dad was back in the picture when I was like 5 or 6 or 4. I don't know, I forget, but just on and off. My parents were always on and off. Like they would want to be together, then they wouldn't want to be together. To be honest, I don't really understand that narrative. Like, I feel like just such a waste of time to want to be together and then don't want to be together for so many years. I feel like that's such a just a waste of time. You know, like you guys should either be committed or you shouldn't be committed. It shouldn't be like this, that, and the other. Um, it's just, I don't know, just a waste of time. Waste of time. Or just don't be together, but do what's right for you, and that would help other people. Um, how do you think that affected you? Honestly, like you can say it affected me because not seeing your parents, yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, everyone's got shit. Everyone's dying of cancer, diabetes, homeless, the government, war, bullshit, blah 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 blah. So even that family that's together, they're dealing with financial issues. They're trying to do this. The dad's fucking has a porn addiction. The mom's fucking hates she's nervous because she's doesn't know she misses being young or she misses that her blah 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 blah, like everyone's got all these problems because that's just human nature. Like you're never not going to have problems, like ever. Like even when you're watching, let's say, a movie and you're feeling grateful and happy, you're watching that movie because you have problems and you want to have it. Like you always got something to work on no matter what you're doing. If it's your health, if it's moving, if it's going for a walk. So to say like it affected me would be kind of like coward because it would be like saying that it would just be cowardly to even talk like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you can put it into consideration, but it's just not a it's just something that I don't know. Like just because my parents were divorced, I don't know. It's not the biggest deal in my eyes, you know? My parents divorced when I was 13. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Like if you again, you would rather your parents be together. I mean, you'd rather your parents not be together and be being themselves than to be together and not be themselves. Bless me. Um, you would rather that. You'd rather people be together, I mean, not be together and just be themselves, you know? My parents separated for a few months, then got back together. It was weird. Yeah, two happy homes is better than one unhappy. Yeah, man. And again, nobody's fully happy, right? Like everyone's doing their thing to move forward in this life. So it's like nobody's fully going to be happy with anything. You're always going to have something that you're going to have to get through. That's just life. So really, it's like when you look at your kids, it's not about the home style. It's about that person being with, like that kid being happy for himself, you know, that kid finding his way, obviously helping that kid, but like to a certain extent, like he's going to discover social media, he's going to realize that the world is the world, that there's no, you can't change the way of the world. So that kid just has to live his short life and that's it, you know? Um, so yeah, it's very simple, you know? The thing I really need is that everyone's relationship is completely unique and we never truly know their own story, and that's okay. Yeah, but everyone's unique, but also the same. That's the thing that I realized with life is that it's all the same. Like we're all in this boat together. No matter if you're in Africa or if you're in the United States, you hear people in Africa are even happier than people in the United States. Like no matter what, we're all going through, like our body is slowly dying no matter what we are doing. Do you have an idea where your trust issues come from? I don't have trust issues. If you don't have trust issues, let's use your definition, then you're kind of lying to yourself. Like everyone has, it's called survival instincts. You know what I mean? Like you should never lean on anybody because they're not you, right? So my wife can say, "Oh, you should trust me more," but that would lead me down a path of me starting to not trust myself. So it's about you trusting yourself, following yourself, like learning to trust yourself, right? Yeah, but we're talking about right now. You don't have to be sorry when so how about you listen to me, right? I'm giving you respect to speak up to you right now. Um, but yeah, it's about you have to focus on yourself, bottom line, right? You can't be leaning on trusting other people. You can to a certain extent, right? If me and Bill are doing business together, we talk about what we need to do. I need to trust Bill that he's going to throw this here and do this and this and this. But it's all for me to guide him that way so it's all on me. You know what I mean? Just like for him, he can trust me to do this, but it's because it's coming from him. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I talk about the trust issues thing, whatever, I think like when you look back at things and you say, where did your trust issues come? Don't be bringing things up that people said in the past. Talk about right now, right? Like but you said trust issues. Like you're not supposed to be tabbing people on what like we're talking about this second right now. We are in a new day for Hay. If you're judging me on things I said in the past, then you're not talking to me at all because I'm talking to you right this second. You know what I mean? And that's just real, right? Like no hate upon it, but that's real. Like we're having a conversation right now. So when I give you that respect to talk to you about it, you should be bouncing off of what I'm saying now, not about what happened in the past. Because we know where that comes from. My parents were married 65 years, and it was because of the love for each other and mainly God. I'm grateful. Yeah, nice. You have to have trust in a relationship. Yeah, but trust is built. Like in a relationship, you can't just trust somebody. That's not real. You can't just say to someone, okay, I choose this person and I'm going to trust it. So I'm going to grab this flower out of the ground and I'm just going to trust that it's going to grow on itself. No, you have to watch it. You have to water it. You have to be with it. You have to grow it. Like everything that you do takes your time and brain effort and abilities to go into something. You don't just say, okay, this is my person. I'm gonna bend over backwards for that person now. And if they fuck me over, that's their problem. Are you kidding me? Why are you throwing yourself in the wild like that? right? That's not real. You'll end up being very hurt because of that. Definitely, it's ongoing relationships, work, family. Yeah. When you lose trust, it's easy to gain back. When you lose trust, it's easy to gain back. I don't think you should look for trust though, I think that's the main point I'm trying to explain, is I don't think you should aim for trust. I don't think you should ever aim for trust. Trust is such a fleeting thing. Like, why would you put your all your eggs into that basket? Like, to be like, I gotta trust, like, you know what trust will give me? If someone comes up to me and makes me happy, I'll be like, oh, damn. Well, guess what? The next morning, I don't expect anything from that person. Everything's coming from me. So the only person you should be putting that trust into is you. That's it. That's it. 100%. Because when you're putting trust into other people, you're becoming two people. You're not two people, you're one person. Even a lion walking with its wife isn't trusting that there's not going to be a freaking, like, it has to be on edge at all times. Like, you can't just, if you're not on edge at all times, you're not being real with yourself. You're throwing a blanket over everything, you're wondering why, and you're going yada, yada, yada. Like, you're always supposed to be 100%. Trusting yourself gives you the confidence to know, yeah, and trusting yourself is not ever going to be like, I'm 100% in trust in myself. That's just never going to happen, ever. If anyone tells you I trust myself 100%, they're lying. Because you always have somebody that could surprise you. You always have some extraordinary event that can surprise you. So to ever say that, but it's something that you build because that's the meaning for yourself, is to feel better about yourself. So like our that's what we're supposed to do. Then you know what, trust, what do you have? Survival, reality, of course. Like it's not something that like I can trust that this is my coffee, right? But it's a certain extent. Do I trust that the market's not going to drop today and take all my finances? No. Do I trust that that person is going to help me out today? No. But do I have a little bit of trust to it? Yeah, right? So it's like, it's never going to be like that 100%. Like, all you should trust is figuring out for your own abilities, figuring out what you have to do for your own abilities in that moment. You can't trust that your boss isn't going to drop you because they found someone better. Why would you ever do that to yourself? That's my biggest that's the thing that blows my mind. And I think it's because people like to put their problems onto other people. So they almost like to trust somebody so they can fuck them over and then they can say, "Oh, you fucked me over. Haha. You're the bad person." But why would you let someone do that to you? What a waste of time. Like, anyway, I always like to be in control of my life. And that's just what I like to do. Is your goal to never be disappointed by people or to build relationships that can withstand disappointment? It's my goal. Okay, that's a good question. So there's no goals. A goal is something that you aim for, like, okay, I want my body better, but I'm never gonna get to a point where that goal is a goal. It's always gonna be a threshold, right? So what I'm trying to say is it's not about my goal is to never be trusted. That's an unrealistic goal. And my other goal is to not build relationships that can't withstand disappointment. That's an unrealistic goal. Even if I trust someone massively or love someone massively, whatever, however you put it, at the end of the day, there's going to be a certain time and point where they disappoint me. That's just how life goes because I wouldn't expect it any different. I wouldn't expect to wake up and be like in awe of someone for the rest of my life. That's just unrealistic, right? We're humans. We're all different people. So those type of goals that's not a goal. It's to be in a certain standpoint though, where I'm not going to be leaning on someone so much that I fall over for sure. Why would I do that? You know? So it's that whole balance of walking up the path that's meant for you, like staying on that linear path, moving towards things that are better for you, etc., etc., right? Not being like, okay, this is it. And if this person fucks me over, they're the problem. And I want to be like that. You're just like hoarding stuff that isn't going to be beneficial for you because right this second you know what you want to do, right? So you protect yourself by not trusting they can't hurt you if you expected more. I don't know where you're getting that though. That blows my mind. So you protect yourself by not trusting they can't hurt you if you expected more. No. Like protecting myself in what means? Like, why would I be sitting? I'm not sitting here to protect myself. No. But if a gun's pointed at your head, are you gonna protect yourself? Of course. So like it's not that deep about it. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm never going to put my eggs in one basket. It's just why would I put all my eggs in you're supposed to have you're your own person is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's not throwing yourself in this and being like this is it because you're always going to be disappointed because you're relying on somebody else, not yourself. And that will first drive people nuts as much as you don't think it's driving them nuts, you know it's driving them nuts. And then it's driving you nuts too. I think building a relationship takes an open mind and balance. Do you believe that you've been trustworthy in relationships? I think like to a certain extent, right? If you ever tell yourself that you're 100% trustworthy in a relationship, you're lying to yourself again. Because you're never going to be 100% trustworthy. You're always learning about what someone else is doing or what you're doing in relationships. Always. So it's always going to be up to consideration. You're always going to have hard conversations. You're always going to, always. You know what I mean? So it's not, for me, it's like, have I been trustworthy? I could say yes and I could say no. Want to know why? Because I'm always looking for improvement. And I also believe in myself and what I do. So you're always going to have both sides of the coin with a question like that. And if someone says, yes, I've 100% been trustworthy, they're lying to you because there's so much more than just that 100%. So if you were married and your wife lied to you about sleeping with the neighbor, that wouldn't bother you? Who said that? Should that bother me? No. Not at all. Because why shouldn't that? Well, yes, it should bother you, but you shouldn't let something bother you. You should move on from it. You should be able to be yourself, and if something happens to you, you should be able to move on from it. You shouldn't dwell on something that's hurting you. You guys sound like babies sitting there saying, "What? What? Yes, it would." You guys aren't letting me talk. Can you not let me talk for a second? You guys are throwing stuff at me. You guys know where I'm coming from. If you lose your house, you shouldn't sit there and dwell about it. You should do something about it. If your wife sleeps with a neighbor, that's her problem, not mine. I should be moving on. Am I gonna still be with her? Fuck no. Well, why would I be sitting there honing in on her mistakes? That's something she did. She broke it. It's not even something I care about. It's something that I'm already on a private jet going to Greece. Two different people. Obviously, I'd be gone. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not a process. It's something you move on from, and that's going to be beneficial as you should know for your life. Not true. I stand on my word because that's all I have. Yeah, okay. I'm not saying you don't stand on your word, Sally. That's where we're getting so mixed up. I stand on my word too. That's why I'm fucking tall as fuck and sexy as fuck. Because I fucking stand on my word too. But I'm also literal. And I'm not one-sided. I also do what's right for me. Like, right, but it would have a big impact on your life, especially if there was kids involved. No, it's not because what I'm trying to say is you can say yes, right, if it happened to you, but it's only how you take it. If someone went and slept with the neighbor, then you're the problem for even being with a girl that is sleeping with the neighbor. Because if you're having kids and being in a relationship with some girl that is sleeping with the neighbor, then why are you even in that relationship in the first place? If you're not putting the fucking shit onto you and doing something about it, what are you gonna do? Oh my God, I'm in the middle of the road. What do I do? I got hit by a car. Oh my God, why did I get hit by a car? Blah, blah, blah. Like, get off the road. Yeah. Like, it's like you have to put that onto you, man. And that's where the trust comes from because it's like, I'm not going to be going to get in situations where somebody's doing that to me. And if it happens, I move on from it because I put that into myself. I put what I do with my life into myself. No, you shouldn't be able to, yeah, you should be able to trust, but this is the thing again, though, is you can't trust anybody. You can trust people, but you can't put all your eggs into one person. That person doesn't even know who they fully are. They're all always learning as well. I can't trust that Sally is 100% gonna be in this live tomorrow because she might not be here tomorrow because God had different plans for her. So at the end of the day, a real relationship is being real with yourself, not with that person. And with that person, but I'm saying it's for yourself, right? But lazy people don't want to do that. Lazy people want to blame their shit on other people. They want to lay on this. They want to do that. It's real. So I feel like you need to acknowledge your role in that situation. So you feel like I don't understand what you're saying by that. So you feel like you need to acknowledge your role in the situation. You need to acknowledge yourself in every situation. That's like if you're not acknowledging your role, well, don't say that to me as I'm boarding a plane. Well, also, don't put your shit onto me. I can say whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Just like you can. It's like I learned that too. If someone is doing something, or if you don't look at everything as a sign, trust yourself, move forward. People are gonna say things like safe travels and all this stuff that's gonna trip you out even more. And you're gonna sit there and say, wait, why are they saying that? Do you think it's gonna be okay? Do you think, what if this happens? Oh no, right? You can't put all that reliance into what you hear around you or other people. You just gotta go through it yourself. Because there's always gonna be a sign. There's always gonna be something. If you are in love with someone and they cheat on you, are you thinking you can easily, well, this is what I'm trying to say. You have to be so in love with yourself that if someone cheats on you, that is going to be, it's not, why are you putting that on me, Sally? Did I say it's, I don't care. If you said something to me, I said something, we're two different people. We don't owe each other anything. So get that shit out of here. If you love someone and they shouldn't, it's about loving yourself so much that it's like you should be able to walk away from something that's hurting you. You shouldn't be able to dwell about something if someone cheated on you because that is something that they did for them. You should be able to pick yourself back up and move forward to what you need to do. That's just bottom line. Obviously, you can manipulate yourself to make it harder than it is, but that's what you need to do. It doesn't matter if it hurts, cry about it. Like, what are you gonna do? Move forward. Gina, thank you for the 100. Like seriously, we can all say, "Oh, but it hurts," but dying hurts. But it's like fucking no shit. But what are we doing about it? Like, get a grip. Seriously, that's my opinion. Gina with the 100. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's true, man. People try to make a sad story for you. They try to make you feel guilty, just like their own hurt. Fuck that shit. Don't need it. If you stay, it's gonna still hurt and probably gonna happen again. Yeah, be strong on your yes, be strong on your own. Always. That's all you have. You don't have your partner. You don't have all these things. You don't even have your kids. You had your kids and you birthed your kids, but they're gonna be gone when they're going to college. They're gonna be gone when they have their own life. They're gonna have their own life. You don't own all these things. The only thing you genuinely own is your choices, you. So yeah, you don't give other people your shit. You do you. I'm not saying don't give other people your shit though. It's not don't give your power. Do that if you want to. But I'm saying put it on you. People change day to day. You sit there and trust somebody until they say, "Oh, but I can't do this now." And then you're like, "Wow, why did I do this?" And then you're playing that same sad story for the next 5 years when you try to trust someone again, like a best friend that you're going on vacation with, and then they don't, and then they disappoint you, and then you're like, "Wow, I can't believe life." And then before you know it, you're sitting there, 80 years old, yelling at some guy in the grocery store because he said hi to you because you're miserable. You don't want that. Or you're sitting on Twitter fucking tweeting a storm like you fucking hate life and you hate the president. Whatever the fuck it is. Like, you have to take ownership of your life. Bottom fucking line. That's the harsh reality. And that is 100% true. But it's not a harsh reality. It's actually so much better, dude. Because we get manipulated way too much. Way too much. Stacy, thank you. But what I'm trying to say is you're only letting yourself be manipulated. It's up to you to choose what you want to do. It's up for you to choose what your decisions are. You're letting yourself get into the situation that you feel like you can trust this person when you don't. You're letting yourself go and complain about all these things happening when you could just do something yourself, right? My husband could tell me tomorrow that he doesn't love me anymore. So what do I do to pick myself up and go? That's the thing though. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna do what I need to do. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. No, you're gonna figure it out either way. So if that my husband left me, I'm gonna pick up my phone and watch a fucking video, that's what you're gonna do. If it means I'm gonna put it down and go work out, that's what you're gonna do. If it means you're gonna file a divorce, that's what you're gonna do. Like you do what you need to do and things work out for you, not against you, not sitting there wondering when this is gonna happen and against you. That's not the case. When there's so the person is seeing until it's too late, it's already it happens all the time. Yeah, but it's Jenny, you can cry about good people, this good people, that, blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, it's not about blaming other people for your own shit. If you're in a relationship that someone manipulated you, guess what? You just wasted 5 years of your life. I'm not saying you're crying. I'm telling you how I feel about things. You're taking it personally. I'm talking about life. That's not my problem. Again, don't put your problems onto me. If you're in a relationship for 5 years and something's manipulated, blah, 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 that's your issue. Because just say you feel manipulated by me, I feel manipulated by you. How about that? Now we're gonna go back and forth. So it's not about that. It's about doing what's right for you and moving forward. Not writing this sad story, not telling this, not wishing that this happened or differently or this or this. Those are the problems to society. Those are the people that are the problem to society because you're not doing anything for you. That's good. You're sitting there blaming everyone else for your issues. Move forward and do something for you. It's just how it is. It's your life, your choices. Yes, and good and bad is up to consideration. That's what people don't understand. People say, oh, they try to paint everything. Good and bad is up to you. You figure that out for you. Not for you to talk about on fucking this and this and this and try to put people in boxes and paint pictures and do that and this. You're responsible for you. Okay, you put it all on me and I take it personally. I want you to ensure that I'm not, okay? Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes you take it too personal, but it's not personal. Like, I'm talking about it from an aspect of like how I see things. So, like, if it always has to be like a poor me and like you're putting it on me, that's not fair to my growth and my potential. So it's like I've been trying to grow since the get-go, but I get weird messages every day about this, that, and the other. And it's like I get where you're coming from. You have every right to be you, but I have every right to be me as well. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it, but you gotta either appreciate it or don't, right? But in a marriage, you do for each other and yourself. You don't get to only take care of yourself. And when you are truly in love, you want to take care of another. 100%. But at the end of the day, you have to take care of you. The only way I can help the person that I'm married with is taking care of me. It's not about relying on each other. It's about taking care of you. And you genuinely want to go take care of that person. But it's about taking care of you. So yeah, you have to be selfish in every aspect of your life, always. Because if you have nothing to give, then you got nothing to get. Like if you have nothing to get, you got nothing to give. So it's about, oh, this works out, we're together. That's it. From all your questions, have you changed anything about how you see your relationship with the whole? No, it's not as a whole. It's like what I'm saying, you listen to what I'm saying. It's not looking from it from an outside aspect of how do we attack him on this big point of view. No, we're talking about a bunch of literal things. So if you have a literal question, you ask that. Stephanie with the 100, thank you. Sharing our experience help, or would you rather we don't share them? You can do whatever you want. It's not a would you rather game. We're not here to play would you rather. It is what it is, right? You say something that you feel like you need to say. This isn't me catering you and cupping you and being like this. That whole game is manipulated itself. You speak up for yourself, you do what you need to do, you move forward with it. I was wondering if each relationship show you something different. In life, you're going to learn as you go, no matter what, right? So for me, no matter what happens, my experience yesterday, the experience 2 days ago, the experience right now, you're learning all the time. So to even say, like, did a past relationship learn? Like, that's just a captain obvious statement, of course, right? What if they end up having a serious illness and their needs? Yeah, it's up to you to take care of them or not. Some people don't take care of people with mental illnesses. Is that wrong? Whatever. You do what you need to do. I'm not going to tell anyone that what their life is at the end of the day. Would I help someone with a mental illness? Of course. But what if someone has their own life and they need to let the doctor take care and they need to go live their lives because they're feeling like shit and now they're telling them, you know what I mean? So it's that is just like a what if game again. That's totally up to whoever it is in their moment. You can't even predict the future. You can't judge that stuff. That's just gonna happen. I've had friends that frustrate me because they stayed in a bad relationship so they could complain and get sympathy, but never take responsibility or do anything about it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's almost like misery loves company, right? So it's like if I wanna, let's just chirp this, but it's because people are too scared of getting through what they need to go through. And that's what I'm trying to explain. A lot of people are sitting in this misery, and they're sitting in this what if, and they're sitting in this sad story, and they're feeling comfort, etc., etc., instead of moving forward and living their life. Because your life isn't somebody else's life. Your life isn't that community you're in. Your life is your life at hand, right? Non-those students that are just saying a long-term relationship, they come up with have to put them ahead of themselves. Yeah, they have to put themselves so they can actually help somebody. So no, that's still put themselves first. Ron, to thank for the 100. I have a few friends. We all went through cheating husbands. I could point out. I have heartbroken family. Yeah, yeah. If becoming um emotionally independent means not looking to others for happiness. What does a healthy relationship bring to somebody's life? Well, a healthy relationship for me, right? Like, let's just say this. This is my best assumption. If you're the best version of yourself, right? The best version of yourself, okay? And you're doing exactly what you aspire to do, right? Now, that person that you meet along the way, you bump into her. She's being the best version of herself, doing her shit, athletic, eating healthy, whatever it is. You enjoy time together. Now it's not let's just hoarder each other. I have my life to live. Oh, now we bumped into each other again. We enjoy the time. Oh, now we bump into each other again. We enjoy the time. Hey, I want to talk to you. I want to learn. Now that's an ongoing relationship, a real relationship. Doesn't mean let's commit, this is going to last forever, etc., etc. We don't know what tomorrow holds. You could die tomorrow, and I still have to live my life, but we're enjoying our time naturally. I did read the whole thing. I'll read it again if you want me to. I have a few friends and we all went through cheating husbands. I kicked out mine recently. I have a heartbroken family. They don't, but I have dignity and I'm not sure they do. Yeah, I think like that's just like a whole lot of like biased statements. Like, I don't know, right? We're talking again literal right now, but good for you, right? I think you're saying like, they're still with their cheating husbands, etc. Yeah, bro, on them. It's not for me to change them. It's not for you to change them. They like that, whatever, etc. Good for them. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about what I do. That's it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I think staying in the moment helps a lot in the relationship. Always, with everything. If you're not staying in the moment and living through the moment, you're missing out on life. And this is what I'm trying to make people understand the most. You're smoking cigarettes, you're drinking alcohol, you're smoking weed, you're trying to have friends, you're doing all these things that aren't real. They're not real. This is all a facade. You're going to hang out with people at the bar. You're going on this like you're trying to be like you're in high school again and you're like not real. Reality is in the moment right now. It's being lost right now and moving forward. That's your life. That's just bottom line. That's why you hear people that are so loud and they're like, oh, we're friends. They manipulate, they throw things at people, they try to save their life or keep it. It's all bullshit. No offense. This is not an offensive conversation. If you're taking offense to it, it's not my problem. It's completely and utterly my perspective on it. The only person you can count on is you. That's the only person you can count on. The only person you can count on is you. That's it. That's it. That's all. The biggest mistake you can make is counting on somebody else. You start counting on somebody else, that's when you start to wonder, etc., etc. But that whole wonder stuff is just bullshit. Because everything that you wonder, it never comes to fruition. The only thing that comes to fruition is you picking up your coffee right in this moment, is you doing this right in this moment, is you going to the gym right in this. It's all those things you're doing in that moment. That's the only real things that's coming to fruition for you. It's not, oh, it's not that thing that you're doing. I see what you're saying. I agree with so many things. Respectfully, do you think you've been a manipulative person? Been a manipulative person? No, dude. Manipulation is something that you're gaining for yourself. So for me, yeah, everyone's manipulative. Everyone. We're all trying to figure out life. We're all trying to understand this and understand that. But it's what are you doing with that manipulation? If I'm telling somebody, I want you to come to me and I'm going to hurt you, that's different thing. If I'm telling you, I'm mansplaining what I what my belief is and it's doing you wonders, that's up for you. But it's not my issue if you don't like it or if I like it. Like that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to be do what I need to do for me. Be honest with me. So if you like it, if you don't like it, that's not my issue. So everyone's doing their thing, but some people are doing things that are bad. Some people are hurting other people. Some people are raping other people. Some people are stealing from other people, going behind their back and taking something. There's bad things in life, yeah. But at the end of the day, you can't say that this is one aspect and this is the other aspect. It's all for consideration. It's all for you get. There's people in this world that think I'm the biggest manipulator ever, and there's people that think I'm the best person in the world. At the end of the day, it's just like Donald Trump. There's people that think he's the best person in the world. There's people that think he's the biggest asshole in the world. It's the same thing as President Trudeau. People think he's the best asshole. People think he's the, like, no matter what, there's perspectives because some people are gaining from it and some people are losing from it. And people that are losing from it, they hate that person. And people that are gaining from it, they love that person. So it's all intro perspective at all means. And it doesn't matter what you think, respectfully. Do you worry about it sometimes? Worry about what sometimes? Definitely, and usually it's somewhere between for all of us. Anyway, just, oh, that's gross. Get a life, brother. And you can never change someone's mind if they feel that. Yeah, you can change someone's mind, but it doesn't make, there's no right or wrong to it. So, for an example, if I scratch Barbara's back, if I give her this nice smile and love her and she feels so amazing and she sends me 5 gifted subs and she was so happy about the live, she loves me. If the next live something hits a nerve, and she doesn't like it, she will turn that whole, I'm not saying Barbara in general, I'm saying in general, like people. If it hits a nerve, Barbara is now saying, "Oh, I don't like this person." And now she's creating a narrative on a bad perspective on me. So in life, it's not about you do change someone's mind. You do change someone's mind with what you do for them. But there you can't their mind is always changing. So you can't rely on someone else's mind because they'll love you today, they'll hate you tomorrow, they'll love you in a week, they'll hate you in 2 weeks. Everything is changing all the time. And that's what I'm saying. You don't rely on William White, the creator, to make you happy. I don't rely on my fans to make me happy. I don't rely on my girlfriend to make me happy. I don't rely on my, like, all those things that you don't rely on your best friend that you met to make you happy. All these things you can't rely on. You have to rely on you to make you happy at all means, at all times. It's all in the moment, all of it. It's the real way to look at it, Barbara. You tell me another way, we can have a real conversation. But truth always comes out. Stacy, thank you. 100%. Very true. I've been married nearly 6 years and it's been incredibly happy and incredibly sad. I married at 18. Listening to you, I've learned to understand my life more. I'm glad I stayed. I'm surprised to say. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara. Honestly, and trust it and love it. Very important. Yeah, so when people say like, do this and you're good, or do this and you're good, no, dude, everything is moving forward. That job that you have isn't going to save your life. That relationship that you have isn't going to save your life. That new house that you get is never going to save your life. None of these things are going to save your life. Your life is always on edge, no matter what you're doing. It's right now. You can look at the biggest streamer in the world, he still has to take care of what he has to take care of right now, all the time. And then it's always growing as well. You can think of the president, he always has to talk about world war or this happening or saving it. It is always moving forward. So it's not about being like, I'm in a box, everything's safe. It is always going to be a challenge. Always. Which is good. Which is good. I don't rely on my husband to provide happiness. I do trust them to not make me unhappy in any serious kind of way. I get that, but you shouldn't even trust someone. Like you should be careful with that because you just never know. And I'm not telling, but for me, I wouldn't want to trust someone to not make me unhappy. If they make me unhappy, it happens and it's done. So naturally, when something hits negative and it stings, it naturally pushes it away. So that's on them to do. But it's not on me to put that trust into that. It's me to do me. And how they treat me is totally up to them. Stephanie with the great conversation 500. Thank you so, so much, Steph. Thank you. Thank you. I think Argentina just won against Egypt. And I will always love you. Let's go. You watched Jackass last night? No, I watched what's it called? Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat. In the office shoot partner. True, he knows he breaks that trust, he'll change. Yeah, and whatever he knows is totally up to him, right? Like everything's up to you, dude. You know what I mean? Like if he ends up fucking you over, that's just on him. Will he care as much as you want him to care? Who the fuck knows? And this is where you just put all your trust into yourself and you're grateful for what comes your way. I think at any age you can learn so much new things if you're open to listen. Yeah, dude, and it's not about sitting on the fence, you know? This is the a big problem. Everyone wants to be like on the fence and everything's okay. Get used to the grind. Like get used to just doing things for yourself. Consistent, constant, all the time. Don't look back, don't look at your ego, don't look at your image, don't look at all this stuff. All of that is pointless. What the only point that matters to you is right in front of you. That's the only point that matters. So follow that and continuously follow that. Yes, that seems hard, but it's not. So much better. No problem. Oh. That's integrity and just being, yeah, it's integrity because too many people just say they do one thing, they judge themselves on that, or they find a relationship and they're like, if this person hurts me, I'm ruined, but I'll figure it out. But you're still putting that, or if this job, like I need to keep this job, like too many people aren't willing to take that step and initiative of going towards what is meant for them. they do it for this outside kind of image, but not really image, just kind of like things that you're gaining and trying to maintain, etc. But like, yeah, to an extent, but your initial understanding should be to keep doing it for you. That's what's gonna really come your way. That's when things people are gonna look at you and say, "Whoa, why is this person special?" It's because they do it for themselves. That's when things are gonna come to you. It's because they do it for themselves. Those top streamers, those people, the reason why they're special is because they chose themselves. Bottom line. People that aren't special, it's because they do everything for others and they're hurt and they're worried and they don't know what else is going on and they work like all this craziness, you know? Work for yourself and help others along the way, but work for yourself to help others along the way. Like, don't put that end in it because that end is slowing you down from what is really meaningful for you. So help, it's work for yourself so you can help others on the way because when you help others, it benefits you as well. Cal with the 100, thank you. Thank you for the love you show, everyone. Yeah, dude, again, it's just like it's that energy, it's that heart, it's that where I want to go, it's that grit. That's what people look up to. And that's where they can feel that love because it's that passion that I have behind it, right? Um, but yeah, great conversation, guys. I'm gonna get going, get some air because I haven't been outside today. I gotta enjoy a little bit of the sun. So I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be on tonight though. I'll hop on in a couple hours or something. So I'll see you guys in a little bit, hopefully. All right, peace.